Have you ever wondered how your money can work for you, even while you sleep? Imagine a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more and more snow as it goes, growing larger and faster. That's compound interest for you. It's not just about earning interest on your initial investment, but also earning interest on the interest. Unlike simple interest, which only grows linearly, compound interest grows exponentially, allowing your money to multiply at an accelerating rate. Now, the frequency of compounding can significantly influence your gains. The more frequently interest is compounded, the greater the overall return. But here's the real kicker: starting early. Thanks to compound interest, those who start investing early have a huge advantage. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to grow. Now that we understand the magic of compounding, let's move on to a concept that is often misunderstood: inflation. Scene script. Have you noticed how the price of a loaf of bread has risen over the years? That's inflation at work. Inflation is a general increase in prices and fall in the purchasing value of money over time. Imagine you could buy a loaf of bread for $1 a decade ago. Today, that same loaf might cost you $2. That's inflation in the simplest terms. But how do we measure inflation? Economists typically use the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which tracks the cost of a basket of goods and services over time. If the CPI is rising, we have inflation. Now, you might wonder what impact inflation has on your purchasing power. Let's revisit that loaf of bread. If your income doesn't increase at the same rate as inflation, you'll find that you can buy less with the same amount of money. Your dollar simply doesn't stretch as far as it used to. And here's why you should care about inflation when investing. If you're earning a 3% return on your investments, but inflation is at 2%, your real return is just 1%. That's why it's crucial to consider inflation when making investment decisions. Inflation also has a close relationship with interest rates. Central banks often raise interest rates to keep inflation in check. Higher interest rates mean borrowing becomes more expensive, which can slow economic growth and keep inflation at bay. So, while your money grows with compound interest, inflation is the silent thief that could be chipping away at your purchasing power. Now let's turn our attention to another crucial concept: risk and return. Would you bet all your money on one horse in a race? Probably not. That's where the concept of risk and return comes in. Every investment opportunity carries its own unique cocktail of potential returns and risks. Stocks, for instance, might promise high returns, but they also come with the risk of substantial losses. On the other hand, bonds are generally safer, but offer lower returns. This is where diversification becomes your best friend. By spreading your investments across a variety of assets, you can potentially maximize returns and minimize risk. Think of it as not putting all your eggs in one basket. But here's the thing: what might be a risky investment for one person could be a walk in the park for another. This comes down to something we call risk tolerance. Risk tolerance is the degree of variability in investment returns that an individual is willing to withstand. Imagine you're on a roller coaster. Some people can't wait for the steep drops and sharp turns, while others would be happier on a gentle carousel ride. That's risk tolerance in a nutshell. It's shaped by various factors, including your financial goals, investment horizon, and personal comfort with uncertainty. So, next time you're faced with an investment decision, remember to consider both the potential returns and the associated risks. Remember, higher potential returns often come with higher risk. It's important to balance the two based on your individual risk tolerance and financial goals. So, we've covered some key financial concepts today. We dove into the magic of compound interest, exploring how it can transform small, regular investments into a sizable nest egg over time. We also unraveled the mystery of inflation, helping you understand how it erodes the value of money and why it's important to consider when planning for the future. Then we tackled the risk-return trade-off, shedding light on the fact that higher potential returns often come hand in hand with greater risk. This understanding is crucial when you're deciding where to put your hard-earned money. Each of these concepts, compound interest, inflation, and the risk-return trade-off, is a vital piece of the financial puzzle. Grasping them fully can help you navigate the world of finance with more confidence and wisdom. Remember, Knowledge is power. The more you understand about finance, the better equipped you are to make informed decisions about your money. Thanks for watching.